The idea is that the class gets assigned a project, and then you have to work on it together with no teacher in the room for the whole quarter. The catch is that when you're done, everyone in your group gets the same grade. I found out that Ricky Fisher is in my class, which could be a big problem. Ricky's big claim to fame is that he'll pick the gum off the bottom of the desk and chew it if you pay him 50 cents, so I don't really have high hopes for our final grade Tuesday. Today we go about our independent study assignment. Guess what it is? We have to build a robot. At first everybody kind of freaked out because we thought we were going to have to build a robot from scratch. But Mr. Darnell told us we don't have to build an actual robot, we just need to come up with ideas for what our robot might look like and what kinds of things it would be able to do. When he left the room that were our own, we started brainstorming right away and wrote a bunch of ideas on the blackboard. The robot would do my homework, do the dishes, make my breakfast, brush my teeth. Everybody was pretty impressed with my ideas, but it was easy to come up with them. All I did was write down all the things I hate doing myself. But a couple of the girls got up to the front of the room, and they had some ideas of their own. They erased my list and drew up their own plan. They wanted to invent a robot that would give you daily advice and have 10 times the lip gloss on his fingertips. All us guys thought this was the stupidest idea we ever heard, so we ended up splitting into two groups, girls and boys. The boys went to the other side of the room, while the girls stood around talking. Now that we had all the serious workers in one place we got to work, someone had the idea that you can say your name to the robot and it can say it back to you. Hi, Bob. It is very nice to meet you, Bob. But then someone else pointed out that you shouldn't be able to use bad words for a name because the robot shouldn't be able to curse. So we decided we should come up with a list of the bad words the robot shouldn't be able to say. We came up with all the regular bad words, and then Ricky Fisher came up with 20 more. The rest of us had never even heard it before, so Ricky ended up being one of the most valuable contributors on this project. Here before the bell rang, Mr. Darnell came back in the room to check on our progress. He picked up the piece of paper we were writing on and read it over. To make a long story short, Independence Day is canceled for the rest of the year. Well, at least this is for us boys. So if the robots in the future are going around with cherry lip gloss or fingers, at least now you know it. And all got started. Thursday. In school today, they had a general assembly and showed the movie It's Great to Be Me, which they show us every year. The movie's all about how you should be happy with who you are and not change anything about yourself. The end.